Welcome to this explainer. Today we're tackling a massive, honestly kind of invisible hurdle that trips up incredibly smart foreign businesses when they expand into China. You do the market research, you get the product fit dialed in, but there is this hidden trap just waiting for you. Accounting and compliance. We're talking all about bookkeeping for a company in China and exactly how you avoid messy books.
There's a really common saying among founders over here. Business ran first, accounting got pushed back. That gap is where the real cost hides. And honestly, that brilliantly illustrates the trap. So many companies get their China entity registered. Maybe they set up a wholly foreign-owned enterprise, and then they immediately rush out to win their first clients. In that wild scramble, bookkeeping quietly slides right to the absolute bottom of the to-do list. Months go by, receipts literally end up in a proverbial shoebox, and before you know it, the real cost of that neglect starts rearing its ugly head.
Section 1. The first big mistake. So what's the most dangerous misconception foreign founders have? It's the stark contrast between expectation and reality. The expectation is usually something like, well, we haven't made our first sale yet, so we obviously don't need to keep books, right? Well, absolutely wrong. The reality in China is that bookkeeping begins the exact moment your entity is registered. Even if your business is completely dormant, even if you have literally zero revenue, you are still legally required to file monthly or quarterly zero returns. And keep in mind, zero filing doesn't mean doing nothing. It means actively reporting a zero taxable amount to the government.
Section 2. The rules are different here.
Listen, you simply can't just copy-paste your existing accounting habits because the rules in China are incredibly tight. Your familiar English-speaking market mechanics just won't work here. First off, your financial reports must be denominated in RMB, and your records have to be maintained in Chinese. Secondly, you absolutely must follow CAS, that's Chinese Accounting Standards. Third, these records need to be preserved for a solid 10 years. And fourth, and this is the real kicker, you face strict 15-day monthly filing deadlines. Within 15 days of the end of the month, your filings need to be done. You just can't reconstruct 3 months of transactions from memory in that kind of window.
Now, if you're thinking you might just fly under the radar, let me introduce you to a real game changer, Golden Tax Phase 4. This is China's highly advanced digital tax system. It cross-references your invoices, your revenue declarations, and your bank records in real time. This literally means the tax bureau can already see your transaction mismatches before you even attempt to reconcile them at the end of the year.
Section 3. The power of the fapiao.
The absolute lifeblood of this entire digital tracking system is the fapiao. Now, in China, this isn't just some casual receipt you get crumpled up at a restaurant or a store. It is an official invoice, and it's the absolute foundation of your bookkeeping. Every single transaction your company makes must be backed by one. No fapiao means no verifiable expense, which means you cannot claim input VAT. It really is that simple.
Section 4. The cost of messy books.
So what actually happens if you ignore those strict 15-day filing deadlines? Or worse, lose your fapiaos? Well, the system is totally unforgiving. Failing to declare and pay tax on time triggers late payment penalties ranging from 50% up to a staggering 5 times the amount of the underpaid tax.
But wait, because it doesn't stop there. You also get hit with a 0.05% daily interest charge on any unpaid corporate income tax. And perhaps even worse for your day-to-day operations, your company's tax credit rating gets downgraded. A downgraded rating practically guarantees higher, much more intense audit scrutiny from the authorities moving forward.
Section 5. The Day 1 Solution. Every single year, companies face a strict statutory annual audit by an independent Chinese CPA firm. And it comes with a hard deadline of May 31st. If your books are a disaster, it turns into an expensive, painfully slow fire drill. The fix is actually pretty boring, which is exactly why it works so well. Discipline. The Day 1 solution really just has 4 steps. Step 1, set up your bookkeeping in parallel with your incorporation, not after your first sale. Step 2, reconcile to your bank statements every single month under Chinese accounting standards. Step 3, treat fapiaos like literal cash. Capture every single one. And step 4, produce clean monthly management numbers so you can spot any weird issues early on.
Section 6. Partnering with Out to China.
Look, if you're a foreign enterprise just entering the market, or even just planning to enter China, you probably don't have the budget for a massive in-house accounting team. For a smaller company, relying on a single blind local hire carries huge risk if they misinterpret CEAS, and it creates a single point of failure. They could keep you completely in the dark. On the flip side, outsourcing your bookkeeping to a specialized partner like Out to China is vastly cheaper, significantly lowers your operational risk, and ensures your monthly compliance is handled seamlessly by experts.
So let's break down what partnering actually looks like. For companies entering China, Out to China provides specialized, tailored services to get you off the ground safely. For entity setup, they handle your business registration and your WFOE setup. Under financial services, they deliver that bulletproof bookkeeping, payroll, and tax compliance we've been talking about. And they even offer HR solutions, from employer of record services to headhunting. They truly act as an end-to-end partner for your expansion into China.
The ultimate goal here is super simple. Start the books on day one, keep them reconciled monthly, and suddenly audit season just becomes a routine task instead of a total panic-inducing fire drill. By letting experts like Out to China handle the rigorous paperwork, the fapiao management, and the tax declarations, you can focus purely on what you do best, growing your business and winning clients, all while knowing your license and your cash flow are totally secure.
So, I'm going to leave you with this thought to chew on. Think about your current expansion plans. Are you leaving a gap where real costs are hiding? Will your books actually survive a Golden Tax Phase 4 audit? Or is it time to protect your business right from day one and give Out to China a call? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we'll see you next time.